are now in the presence of the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Good shot from Tyson Fury.
That's a constant bag of tricks. Oh, big right hand, unbelievable scene.
The WBC Heavyweight World Champion, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
If you'd have talked to me around 2016, 2017 and asked me what Fury would be doing in 2024, I would say he'd be on the book signing tour or he'd be glad-handing people at a casino, not fighting for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the world. But that's a testament just to who he is, to be able to rise literally from the ashes and perhaps become the first Undisputed Champion we've seen in the year 2000s. It's a great thing.
You could probably count on one hand the number of people that thought Tyson Fury had a shot when he went into that fight against Vladimir Klitschko.
What do you think is the best Tyson Fury that you've ever seen?
Probably the one against Klitschko when I was 27. Everything for me is about diet. Before Klitschko fight, I lost 6 stone, 10 pound in 8 weeks. So imagine how easy it would have been if I didn't have to lose just under 7 stone.
That win against Klitschko doesn't really get mentioned enough, but when we look down the history of British boxers away from home, that certainly has to be up there with the best. After the Klitschko win, where everything should have been rosy for Tyson Fury, obviously he went a bad turn.
And I think the biggest problem for Tyson Fury is that when he came back to England, he didn't get the love that he probably thought he was going to get. No big announcement, nothing. And I guess you will fall into a depression, right?
After going through what he went through with the drugs and alcohol and putting on all the weight, no one believed he'll come back.
It was very frightening to see how big he got weight-wise and the things he was doing. It was. Of course, you had your doubts.
I met Tyson Fury in Monaco to sign him about, I don't know, 5 years ago, and he was 25, 26 stone. He was sweating, and I thought to myself, you will never get back to elite level in the heavyweight division.
Frank Warren took a leap of faith. The way he turned himself around is quite, well, just astounding.
I could see in his eyes that he wanted it, and I thought if I can get him the opportunities, I believe he could win the world title. I genuinely believe that.
I think Tyson Fury's comeback is one of the greatest comeback stories in sports history. Not just because he came back from the depths of depression, near suicide when he came back in 2016, but the idea that he could become the heavyweight champion of the world was as far-fetched as it got. But Tyson Fury believed in Tyson Fury, and he believed that even a couple of fights in, 2 low-level fights in after his first comeback, he believed he was ready for Deontay Wilder, who at that time was the boogeyman in the heavyweight division.
Everybody around him said no, but we went for it. A guy who was 6 years undefeated, heavyweight champion world, and statistically the hardest punching heavyweight, certainly in my time in boxing.
That whole fight in itself, that 12th round is a magical moment in world boxing history, because he gets dropped, he's out on his feet, he's out, he's cold, and call it an act of God, he got up.
Looked like something in WWE, the Undertaker, he sits up, gets back to his feet. The referee gave him the benefit of the doubt, thank God.
And not only did he survive the round, he went on to dominate the round. I was there, he was finished. He showed he was back.
He got a draw, but it set up the rematch, and Tyson Fury well and truly showed in the rematch that he is significantly better than Deontay Wilder, as he went out there and he did exactly what he said he was going to do in walking across the ring and just putting it on Wilder.
He obliterated a man at his own game.
And the new WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury!
My ambition from lacing a pair of gloves up at a little kid was to be heavyweight champion of the world. I've just fulfilled prophecies, that's all I've ever done.
That third fight was the best heavyweight fight I've ever attended. The courage shown by both the boxers, it takes 2 fighters to make a great fight. It was a brilliant fight.
It was, for me, ironically, Fury's worst performance.
In the third fight, I think he was spending a lot of time with his daughter who was in hospital. So he didn't have the best camp, but he showed that even without the best camp, you can still go in there and take care of business.
I recognize Tyson Fury as the #1 heavyweight in the world. When Deontay came over to England and shouting, hey, you know, fight me, I'm the best heavyweight in the world, Tyson Fury answered the call, and that was big for me.
Since that Deontay Wilder fight, I don't know what we have in Tyson Fury, because it was great to knock out Dillian Whyte, but Dillian Whyte not in his prime at that point. It was great to get a win over Derek Chisora, but Derek Chisora was well past his prime in that point. And look, let's be honest, for Tyson Fury, the Ngannou fight was the closest thing to a catastrophe that it could have been without a loss. He came out of it looking like he was washed up. He was heavy, he was slow, he got knocked down by an MMA fighter.
Tyson Fury looked so bad in the Ngannou fight that it made him wake up and say, you know, hey, I gotta get serious.
That definitely wasn't in the script. Francis is a hell of a fighter, strong, big puncher, and a lot better boxer than we all thought he would ever be.
If you're Tyson Fury, getting back to your old self, if you can, is going to be the key to winning this fight. He has got to be the guy we saw in those fights against Deontay Wilder.
The important thing for the individual is knowing they did everything in their power to have victory. Just me and Usyk going one-on-one against each other for whoever the best man is in the world wins. That's exciting to me.